Welcome again to the channel, Life with Jennifer JM, and I am your girl, Auntie Jen. Yes, drinking up my green juice, strung up the whole body. Yeah. Anyway, my viewers, my friend, I'm a subscriber. Is it a situation where we have to take this thing deeper with the recent visit of the United States, Rubio, coming to Jamaica? Is it a reoccurrence of the 70s leading up to the 1980s? I still want to find out, and I want to hear from you. Why would Jamaica be getting promises and this and that in the year of an election? What role is the United States of America want to play into this election? You see, these things bring back memories of the past. For some of your younger generation don't know, that's why sometimes you see somebody like, oh, you're old, they want to come tell you, because they know why you have the experience and was around at that time to come out and to talk. Is it some interference going on, people? People, make we wake up, Make we wake up. Is it because polls are showing the PNP ahead and they, listen me, something not too hard up here, Something not too hard up. And you may be saying, why am I saying this? No, I've seen Nikisha Burchell came out giving a history of the past. And we must take note of it. We must take note of it. And I'm going to take you right into it. And I want you to listen attentively so that you can hear it. Not that when I come here and I speak or hear other people speak. This was a deadly time in our political history in Jamaica. The leadership of the Edward Seaga era. The man did want to take it by any means. I want to see what this man a broga them are doing. He mean 10 to win back by any means. And listen to me. Wake up here. We have to wake up. Take a listen to this.
Some excerpts from CIA's declassified files. Whatever you hear me say in the upcoming segment, I know me say so, and the CIA says so. Let's jump into it. This is the hot take. This week, a tweet from Erica Virtue caught my eye. She mentioned in that tweet that the CIA will be declassifying information on the CIA's involvement in Jamaica between 1976 and 1980. So, I got you. So I got some information from the CIA that's already available to us. Let's jump into it. Leading up to the December 1976 election, there was a wave of shootings and arson terrorizing the Jamaican population. It says that in 1976, there was a fire on Orange Lane. A group of 50 armed paramilitary gunmen burned a block of tenements to the ground. Survivors who attempted to escape were forced back into the flames. Documents and weapons found in JLP leaders' possession outlined a plan for a US-backed military coup before the elections. The source of this? How to Spy, Volume 3, Number 2, December 1976. So go find it for yourself and know what happened in 1976. In 1980, there was an escalation of political violence in Jamaica. Let's look at what happened at the Eventide Home Massacre, May 19, 1980. Mercenaries burned down a home for destitute elderly women, killing over 150 aged and infirm residents. Edward Seaga, then Prime Minister, downplayed the tragedy, only expressing sympathy for JLP supporters among the dead. This, of course, sparked outrage across Jamaica, with people questioning whether JLP lives were considered more valuable than PNP lives or the lives of Jamaicans who had no political affiliation. Just 2 months later, in July of 1980, there was the Greenwich Town Massacre. At least 5 gunmen attacked homes in Greenwich Town and Kingston. They kicked down doors and opened fire, killing 7 people. A JLP campaign vehicle was involved in the operation. Between June to July 1980, there was a breakout of violence again in Jamaica. A black mercenary army was trained in Florida, specifically recruiting Vietnam War veterans. In July of 1980, there was an M16 bus shooting. 2 men appearing to be repairing a JLP Jeep opened fire on a passing bus using M16 rifles. Following Edward Seaga's visit to the United States, there was an escalation of violence. While in the United States, Seaga predicted more violence in Jamaica. Upon his return, this prediction came true, with coordinated gunfiring increasing across the country. Gangs of young men who previously had no money or resources suddenly had jobs paid $100 per week. Back then, that was a lot of money. Motor scooters, firearms, and the death toll by July 1980 had risen dramatically. By late July, over 350 people had been killed in Jamaica since the election was announced in February 1980. This sparked a burial controversy and the escalation of political violence. It took well over 2 weeks to find burial sites for the victims of the Greenwich Town massacre. Residents in Tivoli Gardens, a JLP stronghold, threatened violence if PNP victims were buried nearby. Funerals were moved to number 5 cemetery, Spanish Town, where grave diggers were attacked daily, requiring police protection. Church leaders had to intervene, urging citizens to recognize that political violence must end. What was the impact and the broader implications of this? The US actively supported the JLP's efforts to destabilize the country ahead of the 1980 election. Seaga's connection to the US became evident, with violence conveniently aligning with his predictions. Election-related violence reached unprecedented levels, leaving hundreds dead and intensifying political divisions in Jamaica. The psychological impact of political terror lingered, making this period one of the darkest chapters in Jamaica's modern political history.
Yes, and you hear well. Yes, you hear well. Exactly. Let me tell you something. It was a time in history that will must keep reminding the younger people that we're not going back down there. We're not going back down there. We're not going back down there. But I don't like what I'm seeing. When you see some things, it just bring back memories. Is the United States of America once again want to interfere? Was it what the timing of the visit to Jamaica? What else have they spoken in behind closed door? You think where them come before we don't go put where them put before us to make it look good? We don't know. The Prime Minister body language now add up either. You can't tell me one thing. But I want to open on our eyes and be vigilant. Because we're not going back down at that road. No, we're not going back down there. And it's time for a change. Change we want, change we must get. Change we want, change we must get. And for those of you who are not on the voters list yet, today the place open, you know. EOJ office all over the country open. You know, go get on yourself enumerate. Because we have to get change. Leave on a view, leave on a comment and tell me what you think. If something look fishy. The conversation continue. Remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Life with Jennifer JM. Catch you on the next time. Bye.